All right, back out in the garage. It's July 8th, I think. Still rattling that thing around with chains and stuff, trying to get the rust knocked loose. Not much going on in the ZB. ZA, however, I finished cleaning it up. Head gaskets are on. Manifold gaskets are on. Side plate is ready to have, because I didn't go to the, so gasket sets, there's a pile of them. The full gasket set was like 120 bucks, but for like 50 bucks I get a headset. Headset does not come with the big gasket here. However, we'll put a nice bead of ultra gray around there, let that tack up a little bit, and then it'll go on. Screen's back in, tubes hooked back up, everything's back together there. Crap going on there. I'm not going to put the valve cover back on until after I run it for a little bit and make sure I got valve this, because we had these loose. This intake and exhaust loose. Run it, warm it up, whatever. Make sure that's good. I've got the gasket surface for the side plate all cleaned up. So as soon as the gasket gets tacky, we can slide that on. I've taken a die and cleaned up all the threads. I took a tap and cleaned up all the threads where the studs had come out. Double nutted, put those studs back in. Today I found a fastener supplier that had enough, because 3/8 24 fine thread and 7/16 fine thread, I think. It's all fine thread stuff, but I wanted to go with grade 8 nuts just because, being a tougher material, they shouldn't mush out. And anyway, nobody local had enough to do everything I needed. So, but I did find a fastener supplier. They had like a $30 or $35 minimum. I got 30 of each just because I need like 18 of each for the two projects. And my local hardware store had like 8 of each, so I've got enough. I got 38 and I only need like 36 of each, so I've got enough. I can put all new grade 8 stuff on the side plate and heads on both of these tractors. And then I've also got just throw it around there, new brass, I think it's 7/16 24 for the manifold on this tractor. I still have to hold down clamps. I still got to get those surfaced up and cleaned up, whatever. So when I bolt it down, that's nice and flat. And I may go with a grade 8 washer between this plate and the brass nut. I'm not sure. It's either that or a brass washer. I haven't decided. But I'm really close to being ready to put this thing back together. Only problem is I got to looking at the head. I don't know if it's going to show. Oh yeah, it's going to show up. There's a lot of pitting in the sealing surfaces on this head. I mean, it was sealed up before, it wasn't leaking before, but I just don't know. Today's Thursday. I'll be back at the farm hopefully Sunday. I don't know. I've got to judge the 4-H model tractor pulling project tomorrow night after work. So tomorrow, right after work's Pearl shot, so there won't be much project on this, or progress on this project. There we go. Tomorrow, really don't want to put the manifolds on until the head's on. I could get the side plate. I'd get the side plate, goobered up and RTV'd the crap out of, and get it on there, and then once that's on, then I hook up the hydraulic lines. Should probably get a new hose. I gotta look and see. I don't know. I may look at replacing. Get that out of there. I may look at replacing this hose. I don't know, can't tell. It's a freaking nasty with all the grease and oil. Probably replace that. That's the low pressure return line for the hydraulics. Probably go ahead and replace that, but I should be able to get, once I get the plate on, hydraulics hooked back up, and get the tank filled back up, because I think it was pretty low. And I'm going to go with the universal hydraulic fluid in it. I think I'm going to get away from the ATF fluid and all the hydraulics on the tractors, and just go with the universal hydraulic fluid, whatever. And then at some point soon, I want to, I found this in my cleaning efforts. I've got a universal oil pressure gauge that I think works. I may fire up may hit that with some air, compressed air, and see if that works. But that one was not showing any oil pressure. But I want to see about swapping these out. Confirm the universal gauge works. If it doesn't show like it's working, I'll get just a universal hydraulic or oil pressure gauge and put on there. But sneaking up on it. Got to keep moving. Anyway, I'll be back.